Welcome back to Nick Lenz's comic corner, classic less known classic. This is episode number 2607 and Doubleshot 2501. First up is quite interesting because this is an actual omnibus. I'm showing the cover for it. Now, there will be some amount of stuff I'm skipping because covered already. We have The Incredible Hulk by Peter David, Omnibus Volume 4. This book had collected Incredible Hulk 436 to 467, Negative number 1, and another 7, Sabotage number 1, Cutting Edge number 1, Cable 34, Onslaught Marvel Universe number 1, Incredible Hulk Hercules Unleashed, and The Heroes Reborn, the Return miniseries. Okay, here's some skipping up because discussed already, mostly in the 22nd Epic Collection. And that's basically 436 to 448, the Sabotage issue, Cutting Edge, Cable, and Onslaught Universe. Basically, about half the book. Now, the first thing to discuss here is going to be Incredible Hulk Hercules Unleashed. Yep. Mostly put is basically just Hercules deal with Greek stuff. I'm actually quite surprised Peter David did this one shot. It's something that you probably wouldn't expect, but it's set right after the end of Onslaught. Yeah. Yeah, it's basically Hercules returning home. And then basically we jump over to 449, which 449 is an historic issue. How is 449 a historic issue? Because this is the issue that has the debut of the Thunderbolts. Except this issue is done by Peter David, and of course we also have Mike Diodalo Jr. in the artwork. But, okay, so Peter David is the writer here, mostly, with William S. Loebs, Jeff Loeb, Mark Waid, Chris Cooper, Dave Gibbons, Scott Lobdell, B.J. Esses, Matt Wagner, Bill Russman, and Joe Casey. Artwork, Ian Churchill, Adam Kubert, Mike Dow Jr., Jeff Renner, Joe Kubert, Dave Brewer, Sal Roca, with Mike McCone, Dave Gibbons, Sam Keith, Dan McCart, Bill Wren, Hilberto Ramos, Pascal Fury, Pat McCohen, Tim Sale, Paul Politer, Joe Bennett, Kevin Liu, and Hal Rapido. Yep. Yeah, so Mike Dow Jr. basically does all the covers here, so that's mostly, like I mentioned, what issue 449 is known for, the debut of Thunderbolts. Here's the weird thing, though. Kurt Busiek is credited for creating Thunderbolts, and yet Peter David does not get credit for he's one to basically introduce them. 450 is mostly bringing in the characters from Heroes Reborn. Yeah, that's mostly what it is. It deals with Heroes Reborn. Next up is the annual published in this book. Annual 97 is mostly Hulk still deal with the Pantheon. Yeah, oh, in case you're curious though, how much longer does the Hulk deal with the Pantheon? Like, isn't the stuff published straight here? Well, basically this will be the last time he would deal with. Well, here's the thing. So, the Pantheon's next official appearance is not until Heroic Age Prince of Power, which is an Armitage Cho miniseries. And that miniseries would not come out until like 2010. Yeah. Not until 2010. Roughly 13 years later. So yeah, this annual, last appearance for 13 years. And then 451, it's basically... By the way, there's also this villain named Corey St. Lawrence. Yeah, and also when Hulk runs into her, he decides to give her a smooch. They're like, Corey! He makes out with her. By the way, 446 is actually her debut. Yeah, and she's pretty much like a regular character in all the issues published in this book. Yes, seriously. Everything published, like pretty much all her appearances are published in this book except for Hulk number 11. Yeah, the exception of Hulk number 11, which was the final issue, and that was her last appearance to date. But yes, everything that she's preached is published in this book. Yep. By the way, Betty Ross is hardly in these issues because, well, something sad happens there. So, Henry Garrick and Hulk, and just basically Hulk just traveling around, Eventually, you have Hulk dealing with an alternate version of himself, fights him in 452, and this Hulk's never seen again. And then moving to issue number 454, where he runs into Kazar and Wolverine. The negative number 1 is a flashback issue, really fun flashback issue. I love this. I thought it was really awesome. Peter David and Adam Kubert did an excellent job with this book. In 455, it's mostly about T with the X-Men. Yep, he fights the X-Men in this issue. You're like, really? Yeah, and then 456 becomes the Horseman of War. Yeah, for Apocalypse. Yep, seriously. And this is in 1997. And of course, you have Hulk basically. Also, the group known as New World Order. They kind of disband. Yeah, because after this issue, this is their final appearance. They never seen it ever again. They first popped up in Hulk 403, and this is their final appearance. Yep, by Apocalypse and Juggernaut in issue number 457, and then 458, Mr. Hyde and Mercy. Yep, Mercy's back. A character who got eliminated when Charles basically got dumped in hell, basically, and Charles shows him for Thunderbolts. Yeah, this would be, sadly, put her, when she appeared in 459, that will be her last appearance for a long time. That was published in 1987. The Red Line Thunderbolts were released in 2012, so she didn't return again for 15 years. 15 years. You're like, really? Yes, really. Now until 50 years later in that issue for Thunderbolts. Yeah, that will be her next special appearance in that Thunderbolts book. Yeah, and Cora becomes like a supporting character after she briefly fights him. And 460 deals with Mesbro. Yeah, Mestro, he basically gets killed off in this issue. Yep, this version anyways. Yeah, there's always flashbacks, but this actually will be the last time, present day, he'd be featured. Yes. Yeah, last time in this book basically featured in this very issue, though. He would pop up in Captain Marvel number 29. Mostly time travel stuff, but yeah, he gets killed off in this issue. In 461. Yeah, don't worry, we're getting close to wrapping up here. Also, fighting the Destroyer. Yeah, fighting the Destroyer armor. And in 462, deals with a guy called Armageddon. Yeah, and this character, after 464, does not appear again until 630. Yep. Also, they make a joke in the issue where Corey gets kissed by a Hulk. They make a joke about the don't ask, don't tell thing. That was a thing in the 90s when I heard, and that has since been got rid of because, yeah. It's 463 debut of Commander Shion, who only appears for just 2 issues. This basically the last appearance of this character was back in Conan the Barbarian 260. Yes, seriously. Just a brief one-off appearance by this character. And then in our... Well, by the way, we're getting close to wrapping up here. Don't worry. What time is this? Yeah, we also deal with the death of a character named Trauma, who gets killed off in this issue. Actually, briefly returns to kill off again. Also gets appearance of the Silver Surfer. Ross is back here. And of course, dealing with Mr. Fantastic. Yep. 466, we have the death of Betty Ross. Yep. She is dead. Yep, Peter David killed her off in this issue. And she remained dead for a long time. Until she survived in Bulk Volume 262 in 2003. So she remains dead for 6 years. Yep. And 67 was just basically Hulk mourning her death. And that's pretty much it when it comes to this book. Great book overall. Give this book a 10 out of 10. I love Peter David stuff. Sorry about that. Alright, next up we have is X Factor Volume 2. Yeah. That's the cover for it. Yeah, despite being called X Factor, here's the thing when it comes to this book. For some reason, when Marvel decided to have X Factor receive its 200th issue, it decided to ignore this book. The reason? It's a miniseries. So, yeah, it's basically focused on the Mutant Civil Rights Task Force. That is mostly put exactly what this book is meant to. It's their spotlight. And it's basically their book. It's mostly with civil rights with mutants. Now, if you're really, really curious, do we have any familiar characters in this book? Well, we know one character appears in the book who looks like William Shatner, who gets killed off issue 3. By the way, the book is written by Jeff Johns and Arthur Rance. It's got good artwork. But aside from the fact we just have random characters, also have Kyle Nakamura. Yeah, he's just a one-shot character who... I look at this guy, looks like Adam Driver. Yeah, the actor Adam Driver. Yeah. Despite the fact I have Xavier, it's just like... I get kind of the reason why Marvel decided to ignore this book as part of numbering, reading it again. Here's the reason why. Despite book being called X Factor, it has nothing to do with the X Factor brand. It is just a civil rights group for FBI. It's a crime book. It's basically random people just solving mutant crimes. That's it. That's the little this book is. It's not terrible. It's just okay. I'm going to give the book roughly a... I want to be nice to it because the book has got really good artwork. I'm going to give the book roughly a... I'll give it 7.5 out of 10. It's by far the weakest X Factor I've ever encountered. But the next time I come back to basically for these two books, for X Factor and Hulk, I'll Peter David again. Because for Hulk, it is basically the last epic collection that collects issues for Incredible Hulk, which will cap off the first line for the series. Well, published in the 90s. And I'll get a chance to start up, well, basically on here, reviewing X Factor Volume 3. Yep. So yeah, that's particularly a particular view. So that's going to be also a video for videos tonight, because it's getting really late, it's almost midnight. So please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn on notifications. And do not hit that dislike button. I have to keep saying that because basically I keep getting dislikes on videos. So, tomorrow, I'm going to Comic-Con. So, when I get home, I'll do my haul, whatever I get. And when I get something, I have a lot of stuff to get inside tomorrow. A lot of books. So, and I may have to do a couple comic corners afterwards. Maybe. But until we see you tomorrow. Bye.